Hello friends, welcome back to War 2 Season 8 is in full swing. Today we're taking on BNNR, Banana Razor, another alliance, finished Platinum 3 last season. Let's get right to it, shall we? I'll be going in with a little bit of different team today, swapping out Ghost Rider for my dude Eric Killmonger. I seem to remember having a little trouble on the character select screen. Somehow pulled Luke. And then there we go. Alright, so I'll be getting that nice 1% regen per Intimidating Presence debuff on Void. So the first fight here is on the cornered Power Start 1 node, and it's just a Jane Foster. But you'll notice that this person is running suicides. So right after a combo, she's already at 2 bars. Not a problem for this fight or even this opponent. But just something to keep in mind. After the fight, I let my alliance members know, of course, that this person was running suicides. This person was not on my path the rest of the evening, so didn't have to worry about it. And she goes down pretty easy, if I do say so myself. Alright, so next up, I had like a 13-hour workday, so this was later last night. I was able to finish my whole path in one set of energy. So I did apply a couple of light boosts here, if I recall correctly. Just a lesser champion and then maybe a lesser attack. I don't think I bothered with the health this time because I had Killmonger on the team. And then first up is a duped 6-star King Groot. I feel really bad for this person that you got a duped King Groot on your team. So big health pool. And, he's got the regen, but I'm not really worried about it. It's going to work in my favor eventually. One thing I should have been more worried about in this fight is the fact that his Fury buffs will eat my debuffs. And actually, it gives me a little bit of a panic later in the fight, right before Fear of the Void activates. He eats my 6th debuff, and all of them disappear. And I begin to have a little mini freak out. Because I'm concerned that Fear of the Void is then not going to apply, and then I'm not going to get the extra degen or reverse healing rather. But we'll get to that. All right, so I got 1 Petrify up already, which is great. So I'm cutting down the strength of his natural regen and also the buffet on this node. Other than that, it's a pretty standard King Groot fight. I don't ever push him to his S2 because I don't think it's fully evadable. I don't know that I've tried, but anyway, much easier to dodge his S1. And I don't really have a need in this particular fight to do the trick where I intentionally get an armor break on myself in order to get some extra willpower healing. And that's just because I've got Killmonger. He's keeping me pretty much topped off, as you can tell. I'm at or near a yellow bar for about the whole fight. So I've got Fear of the Void up. He's over halfway dead. Half of the fight time is over. Feeling pretty good. That you can see the health just melting off thanks to Fear of the Void and degen. So I'm just really keeping at it here. Cycling the special attacks, launching my special ones. Again, like I said, pretty standard King Groot fight. Not much else to say. Just got to bait out that special. Sometimes he doesn't want to throw it right away. And then I think this kills him. 1 final SPS2. Yep, there we go. Alright, and King Groot is down. Moving on. So the next node is the Explosive Armor and Aggression Armor node. And the only 4-star champ you would put on here is an Iron Man. So the strategy here is to only do heavy attacks with Void. Now, he will, because of that aggression armor node, he will pretty much auto-block everything if you try to hit him with anything but a heavy attack. So it is a really long fight, even with a 4-star opponent. And you do take a significant amount of block damage. I wouldn't say significant, but, a decent amount. But thankfully, with Killmonger, I'm healing a lot of that up. I am parrying, even though I know it's not going to parry stun him, I am going for the parries just so I can further decrease the amount of damage I'm taking on my block. And you can see I'm also not throwing my specials, and this is because Void Special 1 is multi-hit, So what would happen is he would probably just, straight up auto block the first hit of the special. The debuff would not apply, and then he would come right in and punish me. So this fight with Void is really all about patience. If this were a 5-star, I probably would have considered boosting up a little bit more, probably before the last fight. Maybe put on like a 20% boost, just because you can cut it kind of close if it's like a 455 or even a 565 with this method anyway. But you can see his health not really a problem, and with the all heavy attack strategy, you also don't have to worry about the under 15% being auto blocked, because he's not going to auto block your heavies anyway. So he gets down pretty close here, and then I call in Sentry for backup just to finish the job. Probably could have done it sooner, but either way, Sentry comes in, finishes the job for me, and Iron Man is KO'd. Moving right along. Didn't really have time to do scouting for this path, so I was just kind of assuming this was going to be another 6-star Sentinel on the recovery Arc Overload node. But it's a green Goblin who I fight all the time on the mini-boss node anyway, so infinite parries on this node, not worried about it all. You can see he's regenning. He was regenning there for over 1200 per tick, which was just a crazy amount. But I'm lucky enough I get a Petrify up right away. Just going in. I am pushing him to his special 2 because it is fully evadable and I don't have to take the block damage from the lasers. I don't think he throws a special 1 this entire fight, even though I give him several opportunities to before I go ahead and push him to his special 2. So right here you'll see he's a bar and a half of power. He had an opportunity to throw there, didn't, whatever. The only problem with the pushing him to his S2 is, if he happens to tag me on a missed parry or a missed evade, a 5-hit combo could push him at or close to his special 3, and that would be a no-no. But fortunately, after a few dexes, he does throw that special 2 again. And now I've got Fear of the Void up, and the fight is pretty much over, as all fights pretty much are once Fear of the Void is up. I get that third, technically, Petrify up, and the regen is just killing him. So pretty good fight. I don't think I've been tagged this war yet, kind of reviewing the video as I watch it. So here's another interesting placement. This is a Corvis 455 on the Strike Back node, which is great for me because I much prefer pushing Corvis to his special 2, because not only is it easily evadable, you can also punish it. I don't really feel comfortable punishing his special 1. You have to time the dex really perfectly, and if you're too far away, you can't go in at all. But the other thing that makes his special 2 easier to dodge is that the unblockable text shows up at the very start of the animation, so you kind of get a split-second warning when he's going to throw it. So if you are actively trying to bait his special 2, all you got to watch for is that text rather than the animation, and then you'll be good to go. So right there, he throws a special 1. I don't even try. Take a couple blocked hits. He throws a heavy, come right back in. Just going right on in. So I have 2 Petrifies up now, so it's not as easy to push him to his special 2. And if he wants to throw his 1, he's going to. The other thing you got to be careful about is his reach is really long with that glaive. And if you try and dex out of a combo, so like if you miss an initial parry and it's just a block and you try and dex out, he will probably tag you in that same combo there. So you notice the unblockable text didn't show there because his glaive charges were down, but it doesn't matter. 1 special attack will knock him out, and he just stands there before I kill him. So that's it for my path. A bit shorter. I only had 1 fight in that first section. So yeah, a bit shorter than I'm used to. So we did go on to win this war. Had quite a few defenders left up, which is great for those extra points. So to you all in Banana Razor, good war. Hope to see you again. And to you, the viewer, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.